We are all cheering for Michael Jackson's oldest son, Prince Michael. He just made his debut as an entertainment reporter on Entertainment Tonight. Now, it's hard to believe that as a child, his late father, Michael, kept Prince, his brother Blanket, and sister Paris in hiding most of the time away from the cameras, because you will clearly see how much poise 16-year-old Prince Michael has in front of the camera. Watch this.
This is my first time being an interviewee and not the interviewee.
Are we your first interview?
Actually, yes, you are.
Oh, congratulations. That's so cool.
I just turned 16. Do you have any advice for someone who's looking to get into the business?
Well, this was LaToya Jackson's work. I can promise you she was very involved in arranging this. As someone close to LaToya explained to me, Prince, Michael, reached out to his aunt and asked for her help in starting his career. He's done a few things before. We've seen him here and there, but this is the first real project that he's worked on as a special guest correspondent. He turned 16 last Wednesday, so he's certainly old enough to be out there working, and LaToya is the one helping him.
You know, I have to wonder, Alan, if Michael Jackson would have been okay with his son doing this and having this big TV debut. You know, Prince Michael talked about his father's influence in the early years. Take a look at this with me.
You have a special connection to this story, don't you?
Yeah, my dad was in The Wiz.
Dorothy and Toto. What intelligent names.
You're 16 years old, but you seem so much wiser.
It was all thanks to my dad. He raised me right.
Raised him right indeed, you know. You think if Michael were alive, though, Alan, would he approve?
Well, actually, someone who was quite close to Michael talked to me about this today, and he said that not only he would not be flipping in his grave, but he'd be crawling out of his grave.
Wow.
That's the quote from someone very close to the family who knew Michael well and who, of course, knows the children. So there's some opinion that he wouldn't, but obviously LaToya thinks it is time for him to come out.
Well, and obviously Prince is starting to find his own path. And from what we're hearing, Alan, Prince Michael also wants to have a career like director Peter Jackson. And he said Lord of the Rings with the sound down so that he could focus on Peter Jackson's directing style. That floors me at 16 years old. Is this ultimately what he wants to do, though, direct?
He is a serious young man. The times I've talked to him, I found him to be beyond his years. His father was encouraging him, I know, to get into production. And so it's no surprise there. He's not kept that a secret. And I think that he certainly has the connections to make it happen.